Alright, hopefully you guys can hear me.
Hello, hello. Can anybody hear us?
Okay, so
Give it a hot 15 seconds.
let's give it a hot 15 seconds, and all the people saying that they made it on time. Technically, you didn't make it on time. Is that we started a while?
I can hear you.
We started a while ago.
But
It's
did we?
But then I had to restart it. But let's get into it. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Let's see what happens. I'm still in denial of podcasting because my mic exploded. This my the one I spent like $200-$300 on. It's an easy fix if you know how to solder and all that other shit, which I don't. But I don't know. Maybe I'll buy a new one. Like 2 people donated to me because they felt really bad. But don't worry about it, man. It'll all come back somehow. And
It's not like Victor could do it. That guy's the best.
who?
Victor?
Yeah, I don't feel like driving all the way up to West 95 to do that though, but maybe, I don't know, we'll
Okay,
see.
You could just buy a new one for $200.
I was thinking $100.
That's pretty solid.
$100. I think maybe I'll do that.
There's not a $1,000 tournament coming up, anyways. Not so no.
$1,000. What's that? Oh, $1,000 tournament, dude. Totally. What was I gonna say? All right, so I was trying to say what I was gonna what I said already when it was muted, but I don't remember what I was talking about. What was I talking
We
about?
were talking shit about Paradise Hill Showdown.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. Well, pretty much what I was talking about. I want to talk about this whole podcast is about PHS and all that shit, and how badass this fucking tournament's gonna be, and a lot like how I was trying to talk. I was talking about to some people about how like, yeah, like you can tell anyone you want to come, dude. You can come from fucking Arizona or wherever. Just let them know it's not gonna be no fucking. It's not gonna be no esports arena or some hotel venue, man. This is just a fucking old school. It's a house, man, jam packed with fucking
House in the loosest sense of the word. But there's 2 bathrooms.
with dudes. But
Or are there?
we were talking about how I was trying to figure out I was looking at all the old results for PHS. I was going back in time. I was on SRK today at work on my break, and then I was looking at the old websites, and I was trying to figure out all the results for each tournament, and then I was remembering where. I was trying to find the results for like PHS 1 and 2, but then like I told Vince earlier, I remember that actually the first Street Fighter 4 tournament was PHS 3, and then because the games weren't out yet, Street Fighter 4 wasn't out yet during PHS 1 and 2, and it's also one of those things where it's like, wow, like I've been running it that long where that game wasn't even out yet, and the first PHS was actually dedicated to Tekken 5. And older games, and then PHS 2 was Thirst Strike and older games, and then when it was PHS 3, which was like 09 or maybe 010, whatever, it was that's when Street Fighter 4 finally came in. So it was like pretty cool. And then so I don't really remember the results for all I remember for PH1. If you guys are Tekken fans, it was like a Tekken 5. It was like a 34-man tournament. And 34 people for a Tekken tournament in like SoCal itself, that's a pretty good fucking number of people, good. Man. Yeah. And I mean, like, the people that came down from LA were like all the killers. I mean, fucking. And then you gotta remember, people were still, like, the SD people were still playing. Like, Tekken 5 SD was, like, still active, like, hardcore. I mean, Ogre was still active, Alexman was still active, Ace R was still active. Just a bunch of, Afam was still active, if you guys know that guy. Like, a bunch of people were active, and then, like, any remix or Netatois, Legate was still active, and then from LA who came down was like Rip, Kane, Rixta, Filthy Rich, and pretty much those guys. I think Eris was there. Like those guys came down, and then the grand finals was like Rip versus Ogre, and I think in the end Rip won. But I mean, besides that, it was a pretty sick tournament. There was like side events, and then fucking PHS 2 was badass because it was like it was the smallest one because it was like whatever. And I just remember it was like we had the tournaments I was gonna throw was all games. It was Thirst Strike, CVS 2, Guilty Gear. I think Accent Core was the one that just came out. Accent Core was the first one because I was getting into that with Crockett. Me and Crockett bought it, and then like whatever other game. And the cool thing about the Guilty Gear tournament was there wasn't one, but Desi came down with like players from Oceanside and Santa, what's it called, like Orange County, because like Yeah, if you guys don't know Desi, he was like he's like a top player in Guilty Gear back in the day, and he like knew all the other like Psycho Monkey, if you guys know that guy, and all the other crazy players. Like they came to the house, man. It was pretty badass. And then there wasn't a tournament because there wasn't enough people, but they played casuals, and it was pretty cool watching them. There was like top Guilty Gear players. And then there wasn't really like there was a Third Strike tournament. It was pretty small, but it was badass because like people drove down. Like if you guys know who 5-Star was, he was there. Like Gene was there. Ryan, if you go, oh no. My mic exploded. I'm scared. We'll keep talking. Yes, Vince's mic exploded. Let's just call. I said internet connection problem. There's a problem with the internet. Are you back? Hello? Are you back? Can you hear me, Vince? I can see Vince. Can you guys hear me? See, this is what happens when like you don't fucking stream for a while. Okay, he's gone. Can you guys hear me though? We don't need Vince, man. All right. Anyway, we'll get pictures everywhere, dude. Let's call Vince back.
What's this thing on?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, Third Strike happened. Whatever. PHS2 was kind of a downer, but it still happened. It was still badass. People came and played. We all hanged out. And then Paradise Hill Showdown. No. And then Paradise Hill Showdown 3 is when like Street Fighter 4 first came out. And that one was PHS fucking 3. It was. Let me see this sick ass SRK post, dude. It was. It says like 11 years. 7 years ago. Holy shit, man. So 7 years ago. 7 years ago. PHS4 was there. We had 3 tournaments that time. We had Street Fighter 4, had 34 people. HDR was like new. We had 11 people, and Third Strike had 12 people. And fucking oh man, your mic keeps blowing up, dude.
Is it me?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you do sound like a fucking robot.
Man, this sucks, dude. This is what we get, man.
This is the quality that you come to. Yes.
It's all the internet, dude. It's the internet, man. Do I still sound like a robot?
No, it's not pretty normal.
Okay, anyway, fuck it. Also, I think because there's a lot of shit. My computer's been dying. But anyway,
What about the laptop inside of it?
the leapfrog. Fuck that. So Street Fighter 4 had 34 people. It was pretty badass. Top 8 was like Bobino got first, Viscant got second, fucking Shiggle got third. Filthy Rich got Fat Shiggle. Filthy Rich got fourth. Then some guy named Wolf won, and Fusong got fifth. Some guy named Jason Rose and Chris Lionheart got seventh. So that was pretty cool, top 8. And then Paradise Hills 3, PHS 3 showed out 64 players. This one had 64 people. I think this one was still vanilla, man, and this is the first Evo. This is the first vanilla Evo, I think. So it was pretty hype, man. There were 64 people. Let me just read you the top 8, and then just imagine this top 8 during this time, by the way, and let's listen to these names. I won't read the whole. I have the whole results down, but I'll read top 8 and I'll read top 16. So first place was Shady K, and Shady K was like, no one knew that he played this game, and then he came out of nowhere. And then second place was So Much Damage, if you guys remember that guy. He was like a Sagat player from LA. Third place was Day, the Chun-Li player. Fourth place was Ron Stoppable, who was a Balrog player. Tied for fifth was Kino and Vicious, and tied for seventh was Tatsu and Victor Slick. So, dude, if you think about it, that whole top 8 was 7 LA players and 1 San Diego player. Just think about that. And then 9th place, internet connection problem. Awesome. Whatever. I'm going to keep talking, dude. Fuck it. 9th place was Viscant, Filthy Rich, Yeb, and Boys Town. And I think Boys Town was Gene. So Gene was playing 4, but he had these I think he put names in so you wouldn't know it was him. And then 13th was Brian the Tyrant, Nemo, Chris King, and Combo Jack. And then you know what? Let me just read. I'm gonna read all of this, dude, because it's looking at all these names is it's pretty badass, dude. So like I said, 9th was Viscant, Filthy Rich, yeah, Boys Town, which is Gene. 13th was Brian the Tyrant, Nemo, Chris King, Combo Jack. 17th, UTJ, Dios X, Any Remix, GC Supra, Joe Dub, Salabout, Genghis, and Pimpot. We gotta remember this is like 7 years ago. 25th was Moval, some guy named Andrew Warren. You know, if you guys know Warren. Some guy named Brian, SESD, Oceanside Dudes, Oxman, Calm Warrior. I mean, there's all these fucking. It was crazy. I can't see any other names that. I mean, Shiggle was there. Tommy, Woodland Tommy was in there. I mean, it's fucking crazy, dude. It's badass. Like, I didn't know like who these people were yet. Like, I didn't know who Ron Bath was yet, but his name is in here. I didn't know who John Kuhn was. His name's in here. I mean, Robot City. But yeah, it's crazy, dude. Just looking at all these names. And then we had a 3v3 tournament. You know what I'm gonna do really quick? I'm gonna reset Skype. We have the power of YouTube. We can fucking make the whatever, you know what I mean. We can upload this shit. I'm gonna reset really quick. Reset city.